Good morning and Assalamu alaikum students. How are you? Hope you all are fine. Students, today our topic is future continuous tense, and as you know that my previous lecture was on past continuous tense. So let's see the identification. Future continuous tense is used to express an ongoing or continued action which will occur at some time in the future. It expresses future actions having an ongoing nature, that is expected to start in future. So it means that any action that is expected to start in future. This tense is also called future progressive tense. So students, this is the identification, and now let's move to its structure: positive, negative and interrogative. Okay students, now this is the structure of positive sentence, how to make future continuous tense, how to make its positive structure. So first of all, we will write the subject, then will be or shall be, according to the subject we will use, okay, and then ing form of verb, as we have already know that in all the continuous tenses we will use ing form of verb plus object. Okay students, look at the examples. Number 1, she is the subject. Okay, then with she we use the helping verb will be, not shall be. Okay, with she we use the helping verb will be, and then with the first form of verb feel we will add ing, feeling. She will be feeling good tomorrow. Look at the next example. Number 2, he is the subject, then auxiliary verb, then ing form of verb. Okay, he will be coming here. All of these are structure of positive sentences. Number 3, I shall be writing a report. As you can see, with I and we will use shall be. Okay, with I shall and we shall. Okay, with I and we will use shall be. I shall be, I is the subject, then this is the auxiliary verb, this is the first form of verb plus ing, and in the end object, a report. Students, now our next is structure of negative sentences, how to make negative sentences of future continuous tense. So first of all we will write the subject, then auxiliary verb means will not be or shall not be. Okay, will be or shall be, plus main verb means with the first form of verb we will add ing, and then object. So look at the examples. Number 1, they is the subject, and with they we use the helping verb will be. Okay, and students, here we will add not because this is a negative sentence, but not will be added between will and be. Okay, will and be, in the center of will and be we will add not. Subject, auxiliary verb, then main verb. Okay, they will not be working there. Okay, example number 2, he is the subject, and with he the helping verb we will use will be. He will, and in the center, because this is a negative sentence students, so we will add not between will and be. He will not be, then ing form of verb, listening to the music. Object. First form of verb ing, and in the end object. Number 3, she, and with she again we will use will not be. She will not be ing form of verb. Read, and we add ing, reading a book. Object. Subject, auxiliary verb, main verb, object. So these were the examples of structure of negative sentence, how to make sentences in future continuous tense negative sentences. Okay, this is the formula of negative sentences. Okay, next is structure of interrogative sentences. How to make interrogative sentences of future continuous tense. So let's see its formula. First of all, students, as I told you that in interrogative sentences, helping verb or auxiliary verb comes first. So will or shall, then subject, and then be. We will not write will be, shall be, then subject. Okay, as we have done in negative sentences, between will be and shall be we will write the subject. Okay, will or shall plus subject plus be plus first form of verb plus ing, or you can say it present participle. Ing form of verb is also called present participle plus object. So this is the formula of interrogative structure. So according to this formula, let's see some examples. Number 1, first of all, will. Student, first of all we will see which is the subject. If the subject is he, she, it, okay, they and you, so then we write will in the first of the sentence. If the subject is I and we, then we use shall. So according to our subject, because the subject is he, so we will choose the auxiliary verb will be. So will, as I told you in the formula, that between will be and shall be, we will, in the center we will write the subject. Okay, so will and be, and in the center there is a subject. Will he be? Then ing form of verb or present participle you can say. Okay, so will he be, take is the first form, and then we will add ing, taking. Will he be taking his exams? And in the end, very important, question mark. Number 2, again the boys. It means we are talking about they. So with they, which helping verb we will use? Will be. Okay, so will the boys be, then eat, eating, first form of verb plus ing, eating their meals. Will the boys be eating their meals? And in the end, question mark. Next, move to the example number 3. Shall I be? Students, you can see here shall, because the subject is I. As I told you that with I and we, the auxiliary verb we use will be shall. Okay, not will. So shall I be, then present participle, writing, write, first form, then ing, we will add ing and e will be dropped. Writing a letter, object in the end. Subject, first of all, according to the subject we choose our helping verb. Helping verb